Can you hear me? Yes. Okay. The story is called The Woman Loved by a River, and it's from Oaxaca. And this is the woman who makes it happen.
A little louder.
Louder? Okay.
Louder.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, every note you can't hear. Okay, here we go. Once, in a time that never was, and always will be, there was a village. And there was a river that ran through this village. And it was a fine river. People drank from it, they used it for cooking, they bathed in it, the children played in it. And then one day, a beautiful, beautiful stranger came walking into the village. Oh, she shone. Butterflies danced on her clothes, flowers played in her clothes. The villagers had never seen anything like her and her long, long hair. But she walked to the river, and the river looked at this woman, and it fell in love. It jumped up and sparkled, and it leaped in her hair. And she bathed the river, and when she got out, the river and the otters and the fish were all in her hair. And she took her great comb and she combed her hair. And as she combed her hair, the water went back into the riverbed, and so did the otters, and so did the fish. And the villagers did not know what to make of this. The elders said, "This woman is very wise. She knows the secrets of nature. We must listen to her." But the villagers were afraid. And every day the woman came, and she bathed in the river, and the river loved her. And the river would leap into her hair, and so would the otters and the fishes. And when she got out of the river, she would take her great comb, and she would comb her hair. And the water would go back into the riverbed, and so would the otters and fishes. But the villagers were more and more frightened. What else might this woman do? They spied on her. They said mean things. She tried to be friendly, but they didn't want to talk to her. And at last they came up to her and they said, "You must leave our village. We do not want you here." She was very sad. She went to the river to say goodbye. And the river leaped into her hair, and so did the otters and the fishes. And she took her great comb, and she combed her hair so that the water would go back into the riverbed. But it wouldn't go. And 3 times she combed her hair. But the river stayed in her hair, and so did the otters and the fishes. And so she left. She left that village, and the river and the otters and the fishes were all in her hair. And the villagers ran, and they looked at what the riverbed, there was nothing in it but sand and rocks. Oh, they didn't know what to do. The elders said, "You must go after her. You must beg her forgiveness." They didn't want to do that. But they were thirsty, and they were scared, and the days passed, and they had no water. And at last, the entire village went looking for the woman. And they walked, and they walked, and they walked, and at last they found her. She lived in a cave. And when she saw them, she came out and she looked at them. They were tired and dirty and scared, and some of their faces were smeared with tears. But they couldn't say anything to her. They were too ashamed. At last, 2 of the children came forward. And the children said, "Please, please, we're sorry. We didn't mean it. We really didn't. We've got to have our river back, please. And she said she would give them their river back, but they had to realize that the river gives water to everyone, that everyone depends on that river, and they must be kind to everyone. And they agreed. And so she turned and she walked back into the village, and she took out her great comb and she combed her hair, and the river was sad, but it went back. It went back to where it belonged. And so did the otters and the fishes. And the villagers were so happy. The children jumped into the water, and everyone drank, and then they turned, they wanted to thank her. But she was gone. The elders said her spirit would always live with them. Her spirit would help them to remember to be kind to everyone. It would help them to remember that everyone depends on water, and they must always honor and love the river.